Hi everyone, it's Pam with Organizer AZ 911 and welcome to another episode of my weight loss vlog series. I really apologize that it's been so long since I've uploaded one of these vlogs. Life since the beginning of the year has just been incredibly busy. I started out with helping clients that had their New Year's resolutions of getting organized, and that just kind of spilled into the moving season. And we have been, my daughter and I, my daughter partners with me, she and I have been helping people get their homes organized for sale, to get it ready, show ready, and then helping people pack up on one end, and then on the other end move in. In Arizona, moving season starts a little earlier than the rest of the country. It's actually a lot more pleasant to move at this time of year than in June or July, that's for sure, in Arizona. But so it has just been so overwhelmingly busy, and I gotta tell you, I don't know how business people do it, where they, keep up their social media, the Facebook, the Twitter, Instagram, all the other social media platforms, and including YouTube, and run a business. I find myself, the only thing I have left to give up of myself is sleep. And so I thought I really want to talk about that during this vlog. I know I've talked about it in the past, but I thought, it's really an important element of this weight loss journey. I have always struggled with getting enough sleep ever since having kids. I didn't have a very big weight problem at all before having children. And the only thing that really changed, I know people go, oh, you can't blame pregnancy, and I don't blame the pregnancy end of having children as the cause of my gaining weight. But what did drastically change for me at that point when I had children was I lost sleep. I started just getting maybe anywhere between 2 and 4 hours of sleep a night. And I didn't have a real strong support system in the household, so it was basically falling on my shoulders to raise 3 children on my own. And like I said, the only thing you have to give at that point is, give up rather, is your sleep, to make everything happen as smoothly as you can. And I just got into a habit of 4 hours of sleep a night. That has seemed to, I've fallen back into that the beginning of this year with the business picking up and just such an incredible surge, kind of threw my routines off. And again, I relied on losing sleep to make everything happen. And it's funny, my weight loss plateaued. It plateaus every time I get into these sleep deprivation ruts. I'm really trying to work hard on it. I'm still at 49 pounds lost since last May when I started this journey, which is good, but you know what, at my size it probably could have been at least double that. But again, I keep falling back into my old habits, and I know I'm not alone in this because we have become such a 24/7 society. I remember when I was growing up that businesses would open at 9 and close at 5, and that doesn't happen anymore. Businesses are open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Our services are available much longer hours, and so we are struggling to fit in all of the other aspects of living, maintaining our homes, getting our children where they need to be, and you know what, the only thing we can manipulate in that kind of schedule is our sleep. So anyway, that's where I've kind of been lately in my weight loss struggles. It's by no means, I don't want to use it as an excuse. I do journal a lot of what I'm doing right now, and I can definitely see an exact correlation between the times where I get less than 7 hours of sleep a night to my weight loss stalling. Okay, and I came across an article, Sundays are my days to put all my posts on my social media and kind of set all my schedules, do research on products for my clients. That's my big administrative day. And I was online looking for some articles, and I came across a blog on fitness. I think it was MyFitnessPal. Yeah, MyFitnessPal. And it was a sleep expert. It says Dr. G on weight loss and sleep connection. And I'll put the link to this article below this video. I think it is very enlightening blog, and definitely worth taking the time to read. And I'll just read a couple of things that I really want to highlight out of it. It mentions how research, it says, published by the American Journal of Epidemiology, followed 68,183 women for 16 years. Now right there, that shows a huge selection of a good sized control group, and for 16 years, that's the kind of duration that you can really derive very reliable results, I feel, from. Anyway, after 16 years, they found that women who slept fewer than 6 hours per night had a 32% higher risk of gaining significant amounts of weight, 33 pounds or more, than those who slept 7 hours or more a night. And like I said, looking back at my history, my weight gain came after I had children and I started losing large amounts of sleep, and easily, 33 pounds in a year packed on till I was way over 100 pounds and now 150 pounds. So I thought that was very interesting statistics. And this particular blog gives you 3 main points about how sleep deprivation affects your weight. And one, it says sleep regulates hormones, and the lack of sleep interferes with levels of appetite regulating hormones, leptin and ghrelin. And it says the research shows that the less you sleep, the hungrier you'll feel. And oh my gosh, is that not true? Come on, anybody out there, if you are sleep deprived, you practically wake up hungry. That's your first thought. I find that I may not be hungry right when I get up because I'm so almost sick with tiredness, but within about 2 hours of being up, that appetite just soars. I'm trying to keep my protein up. Christy gives me a lot of great tips, but sometimes with sleep deprivation, I know when I was, when I first had my kids, I was breastfeeding and I couldn't take caffeine because they always say, oh, you don't want to do that, the caffeine can be transferred to the baby. Oh my gosh, so what else can you do to stay awake? I didn't want to fall asleep and maybe drop the baby while I was nursing. So you eat. And you're also a little more hungry because breastfeeding, you need to replenish. You can eat a little extra, replenish your calories. But so it's amazing how you just constantly feel hungry when you're overtired. So going on in this blog, it says that research shows that the less you sleep, the hungrier you'll feel. And one study found that those who slept 4 to 6 hours per night had higher body mass indexes than those who spent 7 to 9 hours sleeping per night. No surprise there, I guess. It goes on to say your levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, are also higher when you're exhausted. So your body feels like it needs to hold on to more calories in order to survive. Again, makes perfect sense to me. That's what I am going through. Another thing that Christy pointed out to me was, if you're getting 3 to 4 hours of sleep, that means that you are up 20, 21 hours a day. Now, normally through a day, someone who's very fit and eating healthy will eat small meals every 3 hours or so, 2 to 3 hours. Well, if you're up this long stretch of time, like 20 hours, you can't help but go over your calorie allotment if you're eating every 2 or 3 hours. I mean, you'd have to be having 100 calorie or less snacks, which is really hard to do. A lot of times the snacks are 100 to 200 calories, and if you figure you're eating every 3 hours, even that would run you 14 to 1600 calories. And if you need to be on a 1200 calorie a day diet, you can see where it can kind of mess with your intake. And like I said, you feel more hungry, so you're not exactly apt to stick to the really small snacks. The snacks start getting larger and larger and larger. And I know what's so weird is when I'm sleep deprived, I'm exhausted in the morning and almost to the point of nausea. And then by nighttime, 8 o'clock, and I know I have to go till midnight or 1 in the morning, I am starving from 8 p.m. until 1 a.m. I want to, just raid that pantry like nobody's business. And of course, that's absolutely horrible for you that late at night. And so this article also goes into how sleep deprivation will affect your willpower. Yes, when I'm tired, man, my willpower is like zip. And it also says that sleep is a form of fasting. And I thought it was very funny that it mentions every hour that you're sleeping, you're not eating. So there it goes again, you know, like Christy was telling me, if you're up all these hours, you're going to be eating all those many more hours. When if you were sleeping, that would eliminate a lot of that extra snacking. So again, this today's vlog, I just wanted to kind of address the importance of sleep again and kind of share with you that that seems to be my ultimate struggle in this weight loss journey. I continue to work on it. It's not perfect every day. Sometimes I'll get 2 or 3 nights a week that I'm actually getting a full 7 hours of sleep. I always kind of laugh because I also need to get a lot of water, and they say the amount of water you should drink in ounces should be half of your current weight. Well, right now I'm at 257, so that means what, 125? I have to drink a gallon of water a day. And when you're drinking a gallon of water, sometimes I can't drink it when I'm out on a job. You know, I don't need to be taking bathroom breaks every 2 seconds. So I get home at 3 in the afternoon, and at that point I start to down my full gallon of water. Well, I gotta tell you, that doesn't make for a good night's sleep when you have that much water in you that late in the day. So that kind of interrupts my sleep a bit too, but you know, like I said, it's a work in progress. I don't think this is going to be a journey that you know, it happens overnight. Of course, I didn't put the weight on overnight. It took years to pack on, and it is going to be a little slower progress this time. I think also because I am older, you know, I am in my 50s, and I'm finding that the pounds are sticking like glue a little bit more than they used to. It used to be a lot easier to drop 5 pounds when I was younger. So all those factors together, it is a journey. It's a process, not an event. We will continue on. I'm going to try to be a little more reliable in getting these vlogs up. Please bear with me. Moving people in and out of homes right now and organizing them, and now we're heading into spring cleaning season as well. Sometimes I am just, when I get home, I'm too exhausted to do any videotaping whatsoever. So but I will try to be better at getting these up because I wanted these weekly, and I'm thinking maybe now in this part of this series, maybe it'll be every other week. I mean, sometimes, you know, the only thing I have to offer during the week is that I've been organizing like crazy and I really don't have anything new to report. So, you know, at times I might spread it out to every other week, just for a while until things settle down a little on the organizing front. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog, and again, I hope to be bringing these more regularly to you moving forward. If you did enjoy this and you found the information I shared about the sleep deprivation helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Poke that like button below, and if you're new to my channel, please go ahead and poke that subscribe button as well, and then ring that bell next to the subscribe button so that you know every time I upload a new video. I'm Pam with Organizer EZ 911. I'll see you in a week or two.